Hi, I'm Josh from Apt. This is the iPad Air 2. Really, when you're looking at the iPad Air and the iPad Air 2, there's a huge difference between the two models. So if you're thinking about getting a new iPad and you want the full-size screen, then consider the iPad Air 2 for these reasons. It really is the best iPad they've ever made. It has a faster processor, and that's 40% faster. It's got better graphics, 2.5 times the graphics, and I'm talking about compared to the Air 1. It's substantially more powerful, and that's going to be a driving reason for most people. Otherwise, in my hand, I can feel it. It is thinner. The thickness of this iPad in your hand, it feels thinner than even the iPad Air 1. It's a substantial difference that you'll notice. Otherwise, you have a lot of other features going on in here. You have on the rear, the camera has increased from 4 to 8 megapixels, so it's a much better rear camera, their iSight camera. Their FaceTime camera has an improved sensor and really reacts to the fact that it has a faster processor, it has better graphics. Things work better when you have those two main elements. But there's some other things going on. The M8 coprocessor gives the barometer, which means that it could detect air pressure, so it knows elevation. If I'm walking upstairs and I have my iPad on me, it's actually going to communicate to the health app that information. So like people that have Fitbits, a lot of people that have basic ones, they don't do that good with different levels like stairs. So the fact that there's a barometer in here, the only iPad with a barometer, it's kind of cool. You also have the Fingerprint Scanner added to this series, the Air 1 doesn't have, and that's going to allow you to make purchases from iTunes. You could log into your iPad, so you have some options like that. Outside of that, the screen itself, this is really important. They redesigned the manufacturing process of an Air 2 screen, and what they've done is it's a fully laminated screen, the way it's put together, and that has eliminated about 50% of glare. So if you're outdoors and reading with an iPad in the past and that bright light reflects off the screen bothering you, 50% is it's a little more than that. It's around there, but it's a huge impact on when you're outdoors or somewhere where there's a lot of bright light. So those are some of the main features when you compare the two options. Really having the better camera, the better screen are nice bonuses. But by having that big, powerful boost with the A8X processor and that M8 coprocessor, and on top of all that, the better graphics. 2.5 times the graphics is a big deal. And in the long run, it's going to pay off the most. When we think about iPad 1 that came out, 4 years later, it was choking. It did not have enough graphics to support surfing the web. Apps were crashing. So the lifespan of iPads really the precedent was set at about 4 years. And that extra boost in processor and graphics are a big deal. We've got a lot of Apple products at apt.com. We're an authorized reseller. We have authorized service here at Apt. So check us out. Let's hear some comments. What do you think about the iPad Air 2?